Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, guys. Welcome to you once again in my YouTube channel. And as you know, that I study some books and bring some good reviews around that book. So I was eagerly waiting one of the book which was launched last month, and even not only I was waiting for that. There are many people those who are waiting for that book, and all the people those who are in the corporate world, they were waiting for that book. And let me just reveal the name of this book. The name of this book is The Indian Boss at Work. And you will see that a red this logo in between, and it is written Thinking Global, Acting Indian. And it has around 11 chapters, and there are total 318 pages. And let me told you about who was the writer and author of this book. His name is Steve Correa. And he is a commerce and law graduate from XLRI, and he is an independent executive and coach and OD consultant, and has a huge corporate, around 3 decade corporate experience. Out of that, 18 years, almost 18 to 20 years in he has worked as a CHRO, and in some reputed company, world global company, and he has handled the entire responsibility and handled the HR functionality of that company. And before writing this book, he has done a lot of good research, and his experience itself, you can understand that how much research he has done, because he was in the corporate world, he was handling the HR functionalities, and now he was a kind of executive coach. He is giving his services to the different companies which are included in all the areas, FMCG, IT, and other companies, other area. And it has the mix of Indian and global companies. So before to get into it little detail, I just want to tell you what is basically in this book. What is this book is about? That is the curiosity which everybody has when he has started promoting this book, right? So I will read some statement which author has himself, or the Steve has himself given in this book. But before that, what I understood after reading this entire book, this book talks about the differentiate the Indian bosses from the other part of the globe, the leaders those who are in other part of the world, and the leaders those who are basically hail from the India. There are some basic differentiate how it is the difference that it talks about in very detail. And what is basically the major things in this book, I has divided into the three part. First is the what is the basically the good things, and the best part of this book I found. First of all, the language is very good and very easy and understandable. It's not like I'm reading a lot of other books as well, but in some of the language and the kind of word they uses, the kind of phrases they uses, the kind of idioms they uses, which are literally you need to look into the dictionary to understand those things. But in this book, you will easily in one go you will able to understand each and everything very clearly. So the language wise, it is very good in English. And second is this book gives you insight each and every aspect of Indian leadership. That is the another great thing what I understood about or the read in this book. Second is this book basically while you will read this book, all as I said, there are 11 chapters in this book. While you will read this book, you will feel like just watching a thriller movie, right? When you watch a thriller movie, usually you have suspense will be, you will see at the until at the end of the movie, you every time, every moment you will feel that what will happen next, what will happen next, and the actual things reveals at the last. The similar things as in this book is the best part of this. In all once you will finish one chapter, then you will see then what is in next chapter, then you will see that what is in next. I mean, you will have a kind of curiosity will you will maintain until then you will not finish this book. That's the great thing which I will give. I will appreciate Steve, how he has written this book and the kind of the way he has put the things into the book. That is the best part of the book. When you read any book, you should maintain that curiosity, you should maintain your interest into the content, and the topics is defined into the book. That is very important for any book. So that Steve has maintained very good. Second is the most perfect and the things what I like in this book, entire book, is they called as a spotlight views. Every chapter has one spotlight views. That spotlight is nothing, is a some questions he usually asks those business tycoons, and you will see that spotlight direct question he interviewed from those leaders. Example, the Kiran Majumdar, Naina Lal Kidwai, Harsh Marwa, Rabi Uppal, Rajiv Memani. These kind of great leaders has given their direct interview to Steve, and he has documented here as a spotlight. So that is the most interesting part to read about, and you will feel the great things which you will direct understand from those leaders' views, and that is the most best part I found in this book. And next is you will see the views from the other great leaders in India, those who are either the CEO, CIOs, and example the Beneath Nair, who was earlier ex-CEO of SCL. You will see the views from the Narayan Murthy, who was the Infosys founder, and similarly many other leaders. You will see those small views. It is mentioned here, and that is a very good thing which you need to understand about the what kind of leaders is and how the leadership develop and evolve in India. And next is uh, in this book you will see the statement what basically mention about, because when you will look about the title of this book, The Indian Boss at Work, and in between you will see the Thinking Global Acting Indian, so some questions will come. So that basically Steve has very clearly mentioned in it what is in this book, and he has that very clearly mentioned. Let me just read out few lines for you. He said, uh, what can you expect from this book? Let me share the key message. And he listen, I assert there is a distinctiveness, I don't mean uniqueness, uh, about the Indian leader, how he thinks, feels, and behave at the workplace. And second is he has very clearly mentioned as well in this book. Let me just read out that submission as well. He said, "This book, uh, this book does not praise, exactly the word mentioned, eulogize or condemn the Indian leader." So he is saying neither I am praising, neither I am condemning to the Indian leader. So he has made that very clear in this book, and I also feel that he has kept that, maintained that things, his statement very true in this book. Now, another best thing what I found in this book is about whatever he has, as I said, he has done a very great research around it before publishing this book, might be that why what I understood. So he has put some facts and figures, some research data about the leadership, Indian leadership, and the best part of it, whatever he is quoting, he has some reference detail that you will see in the just below of this page, every pages, where he will just tag that line and he will mention the detail, that website detail, or either the person who has given this, the research, that paper where it is, he can you can go and refer. And the best part of that, you will see that if you want to get into more detail on that, that research, based on that he made some statement around it. Those statement, if you feel that you want to see the in detail which research this statement came out from, so that you can go into that particular below link which is he has mentioned it, and you can found the detail into it. So that is something great in this book you will see. And it is a complete understanding of an Indian leader, how his leadership evolves around his culture, his religion, his family background, how it impacts the leadership quality of a person. If you want to understand that in detail, you will find in this book. And next is I just want to mention it about the some good content of it, which I feel that which you should and one should read at least. Though there are the all chapters are very good, which you can read out very good. I mean, you will get everything in detail, but few are very, which even I feel out of that 11, which I like it, and it was given me. It gives me the very good insight about the that topic. The first one is fact of Indian leader, and you will see a spotlight views and the questions from the Som Mittal. Next is the impact of Indian family. I mean, how the Indian family's environment get impact your leadership quality. And in spotlight, you will see the Manu Sale questionnaire and the views. And then another chapter is the Indian psychology of the leadership. Very important and very good. You will see in a spotlight from the Ashok Malhotra views and their question answers. And next is the Indian boss, which he has mentioned in bracket Karta at work. Spotlight views from the Ravi Uppal. And next is when culture collides, and you will see the spotlight given by Kiran Majumdar. And next is the most and the best part of this book, which I would say it's a women power, and you will see the spotlight from the Rehana Jabawala. And the best part of this book, of that, why I'm saying that women power is the chapter 11 number is mentioned here. Guys, let me just read out. As I said, it has the very great detail in this. And the people, those who are the great leader of India, and they are performing great, and they have done a great in their area, is still it brings out one very clear message that there are very inequality between man and women in in India, and that exists in leadership as well. And you will see the very clear one message. Let me just read out for you, which is from the it is from the Kiran Majumdar. And let me just read out the few content for you. What she's saying: I faced a number of challenges whilst I built Biocon initially. I had credibility challenges where I couldn't get banks to fund me. Now you understand. He faced challenges while she has approached to the bank to get the fund. And then she said, I couldn't recruit people to work for a women. And see, even in the business where I had a procure role, procure raw material, they didn't want to deal with a women. Who is saying this? This is saying Kiran Majumdar. Okay, she is a Biocon company owner and founder. Okay, and now you can see has proven women's are women's are no way unequal than a man. She proved that women's has the full ability to do anything whatever the men's are doing in our society, but still that cultural problem you can see. And forget about this, I will read another very good content, and this is from the Indra Noy. You know who is the Indra Noy? Indra Noy, she is a ex CEO of Pepsi. What she said, I am reading, she quoted, and she has told this in many their interviews about the when we talk about the equality inequality of women and man, that is not from a process problem or from other issues in the corporate world. No, it's a cultural problem in India. I mean, the way we are upbringing happening, and from childhood you will see this inequality. So she mentioned one incident. She said, let me just directly read what she said in somewhere. When I become the president at 10 o'clock in the night, I went home and said, Mom, I have some very important news for you. To which she said, who? Her mother. Her mother said, leave that important news, just go buy some milk. And to which I said, Raj is at home. Why don't you ask him to buy the milk? She said, he is tired. Okay, now you can understand. And who was the Raj? Raj was the Indra Noy husband. Now you can understand this story, which she told in many other forum as well. I heard the interview from her. Now you can understand the kind of this problem is in Indian society. It's a cultural problem. While we are upbringing, we give these kind of culture develop from the childhood. So that is the best part of this book, which I feel that is an eye opener. When you see these kind of statement, and the people and the women's from are the most successful women in the India. Indra Noy, ex-CEO of Pepsi, Kiran Majumdar, Biocon owner. You can understand the kind of stature these ladies or women has in Indian leadership, corporate world. So if they are giving these kind of statement, then you can understand how deep rooted these problems are in Indian culture. So that is the most great thing what I understood in this. So as a whole, uh, I can only say after this you will see each and everything great. And this book is great book from the all corporate people, those who either aspiration to be a great leader in India, and the people those who are in leadership role is good for them, and those who are already performing a leadership role, that is also this book will give you how the leadership get evolves. As I mentioned this, how the women leadership in India is developing and evolving, and what are the challenges for women leaders. And you will see Steve has given a very great examples of how the work life balance of Indian people in corporate world, though the everybody or all the organization claim this, that we used to have the work life balance. And uh, it's a very vague statement, I would say. All the companies usually give it, and the data also, and they have the what Steve is mentioned, and he has given some example as well, that I fully agree with that. He said, uh, it's not like they don't have the processes in place. They have the processes, but the problem is following those processes religiously is missing. And still you will see these kind of gap, and how it is impacting the overall leadership quality and overall productivity of the companies, that also you can understand. And now going to the, this is everything what I told you about the good of this book. Now what I think that there are something is missing in this book, I would say. If Steve would have included those, that might be this book used to have a different impact altogether. First thing is, this book is mostly the examples, the views, the interviews, and the discussion is around all top leadership, CEO level, right? And if you talk about the organizations, top level is already and always be a polished level, and you will see the different kind of dynamics on the top level leadership wherever it is in India, specifically in the corporate world. It would have been better if uh, Steve has done and given some data statistics and the views and the detail about the middle layer, middle level management as well. That would have been a great things, because top level leadership uh, qualities and the things are in India, that is entirely different the middle level. And I would I would like to say this very proudly: the middle level management and below that, the people those who are associated and delivering to the productivity for the company, whether it is a manufacturing, whether it is a information technology, IT, or any kind of industry, those people are the key people actually. And your entire productivity, entire delivery depends on these people, so that are the also very important. The people are in middle layer and the middle management, they should also be very strong. And if that data would have been here, I would say that then it could have been a different impact all about. But anyway, that's good. As I said, Steve has done a very good research around it, and he has put a at least how the leadership get involved. That doesn't matter that that guy become the CEO or that guy become any middle level or mid level executive or the managers, but still those situations will remain same. That is fine. But the only part is missing is if you would have been done some study and get some statistics around the middle level, how it behaves, how it works, and how that get impacts the entire productivity, that would have been little different impact. And another thing which I feel that is missing in this is when you are saying this is the this book gives you the how the Indian leaders are different, right? What is the uniqueness of Indian leadership? When you talk about that, that's fine. You are giving all data, and you have given a very good research data as well, and how the religions, how the family environment, how the your political environment, and these stuffs get impacted your leadership quality as well. So apart from that, when we compare the Indian leaders to the global leaders, then if you would have given little bit insight about the global leader as well in this, which you will see the all Indian, it talks about all Indian leaders. If at least from a comparative point of view, if you taken this some other global great leader, example your Bill Gates and many other, those who Steve Jobs and these people, how was their leadership? Little bit you put it there, then I think the reader could have been understood little better, and they can understand the differentiation of Indian leadership and the global leadership. That is the another thing which I feel should be in this book. So altogether, this is a great book. I found it. Being a IT guy, being in IT, I am in some kind of first level or second level leadership role as well. So it gives me a lot of valuable informations, and I recommend this book to everybody read this. And most awaited book, which these kind of books very rarely you will see. You will see particularly some leaders biography, some leaders qualities, and all that lot of books you will find, but this is little different than these kind of community books. So I would recommend this book. Everybody should read, those who are at least in the corporate world, to understand how the leadership evolves in India. Thank you so much. Until then, Take care. And I am making this video in Hindi as well. The people, those who are the Hindi viewers in my YouTube channel, you will see the Hindi link below. If you want to understand about this, I am making another video for the Hindi speaking people and those who prefer the these kind of information in Hindi, and you will find the below the link. So how would you like this review about this book? Please let me know and give your comments below and subscribe my channel, and I will get some more these kind of great books reviews very soon. Until then, take care. Thank you. Bye bye.